Welcome to EG Education Zone, friends. With the help of this video, we are trying to bring you some important but less known facts about the drafting of Indian Constitution. Friends, no discussion on making of Indian Constitution is complete without the mention of Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar. So significant was his contribution to the making of Indian Constitution that he is often referred to as the father of the Indian Constitution. But I'm sure this is merely a symbolic attribution because making of Indian Constitution was a no mean job. It took the 299 members of the Constituent Assembly 2 years, 11 months, and 18 days precisely to complete the task. 165 days were spent to discuss each and every issue related to the Constitution threadbare. And the recordings of these debates and discussions filled 12 large volumes of the paperback, when a large volume of the discussion and debates were found to be unworthy of recording. Otherwise, this number would have increased further. Friends, to ascribe such an enormous task to the labors of a single person is both irrational and inaccurate. Some even believe that in the Constituent Assembly only Dr. Ambedkar had a law degree, means no other member of the Constituent Assembly was having a law degree. Come on, give me a break. Who doesn't know? Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, his father Motilal Nehru, Mahatma Gandhi, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, and Sardar Patel, they were all famous lawyers of the time. And to tell you the truth, out of 389 members of the undivided Constituent Assembly, 250 were practicing lawyers. This makes up more than half the number. In fact, many Indians had acquired law degrees much before Dr. Ambedkar did. Gyanendra Mohan Ghosh was the first Indian to be admitted to the British Bar in 1862. Next year, Manmohan Ghosh and Michael Madhusudan Dutt followed him. Path Legal has compiled a list of Indian barristers, and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar finds mention at serial number 24, means 23 Indians before him had the barristership. Friends, there is no doubt that Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was a highly educated and knowledgeable person. He earned degrees from Columbia University, USA, and London School of Economics. And in 1923, he became the first Indian to receive an honorary Doctor of Science from London School of Economics. But mind you, this was an honor in the field of economics and not in the field of law. In fact, the first doctorate in law for an Indian is in the name of Sir Ashutosh Mukherjee, the father of famous Dr. Syama Prasad Mukherjee. Sir Ashutosh Mukherjee received LLD in 1897, which Dr. Ambedkar did in 1952, exactly almost 55 years later. Friends, Now let me introduce you to the members of Constitution Drafting Committee. Besides Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who was the chairman of the committee, there were 6 members. Alladi Krishnaswamy Iyer, Sri Gopalan Iyengar, B.L. Mittar, Muhammad Sadullah, Kanhaialal Maniklal Munshi, D.P. Khetan, and perhaps B.N. Rao. Friends, Alladi Krishnaswamy Iyer got his law degree from the Presidency Law College, Madras. Sri Gopal Iyengar also completed his law degree from the same institute. Kanhaialal Maniklal Munshi was a law graduate of Bombay University. Muhammad Sadullah received his law degree from the Law College of Calcutta. B.L. Mittar, beside being a law graduate, was the Advocate General of West Bengal. D.P. Khetan was a law graduate and running a law firm. Now, we are at least clear on one point, that each and every member of the Constitution Drafting Committee was capable and competent in the job assigned. Friends, if anyone still believes that CDC minus Dr. Ambedkar was a cipher, then let me give the contribution of only 2 names. Alladi Krishnaswamy Iyer and Dr. B.N. Rao from the CDC are enough to dispel the myth. Praising the contribution of CDC members, Dr. Ambedkar himself once said, and I quote, "Some of the members of Constitution Drafting Committee, like my friend Alladi Krishnaswamy Iyer, were bigger, better, and even more competent than me." It was Alladi Krishnaswamy Iyer who drafted Article 370, which was recently in news and was removed by the Indian Parliament when Dr. B.R. Ambedkar refused to have any truck with it. Benegal Narasimha Rao was not initially on the Constitution Drafting Committee. He replaced B.L. Mittar after the former fell sick. B.N. Rao was a Kannada Saraswat Brahmin. He received his education from Madras University and later proceeded to Cambridge. B.N. Rao was an Indian civil servant. He served as the judge of Calcutta High Court, then judge of the International Court of Justice, and he also served as the president of United Nations Security Council. B.N. Rao, being a civil servant, had a vast legal drafting experience. In capacity of civil servant, he was associated with the committee tasked with suggesting the ways to improve the working of provincial legislatures. And he was instrumental in drafting of the Indian Council Act 1935, a large portion of which has found way into the modern Indian Constitution. Friends, you'll be surprised to know that it was not Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, but B.N. Rao, who was the final authority on legal drafting. Because of his vast experience in legal drafting, B.N. Rao was appointed legal advisor to the Constituent Assembly. And it was to whom the Constitution Drafting Committee submitted drafts for final scrutiny. Friends, Dr. Ambedkar once said, he was replying to a query on the progress of constitutional draft in the Constituent Assembly, and I quote, "The draft constitution was being thoroughly scrutinized by the advisor B.N. Rao for making it the best constitution in the world." Friends, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was responsible for a significant contribution towards making the Indian Constitution, and for which we always remember him. But B.N. Rao, who perhaps was an equal contributor to the making of Indian Constitution, is an unsung hero. And for his copious contribution to the making of Indian Constitution, B.N. Rao now is often called the forgotten architect of the Indian Constitution. The contributions by the likes of Syama Prasad Mukherjee, Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, and Maulana Abul Kalam Azad are born out from the continuous and constructive participation in the debates and discussions of the Constituent Assembly. In fact, in order to heap praise on Dr. Ambedkar, those who belittle others also belittle Baba Sahib. I have only one question for them. How would they want to see Baba Sahib Ambedkar? A figure among the ciphers, or a towering personality among the great scholars? Friends, at the end of the video, I would like to declare this. The purpose of this video is neither to belittle or magnify any personality nor to offend anybody's feelings. I wanted merely to set the facts straight. Thank you for being with me through the video. Good day.